Okay, let's continue where we have stopped in the previous lecture. So we were doing fluid dynamics, and in that too we were doing two important ideas. One is equation of continuity and other is Bernoulli's equation. Then we have seen Torricelli's theorem and velocity of efflux calculation. Okay, now in today's lecture what is that we are going to do is we are going to continue your Bernoulli's equation applications. Now in the applications part, okay, first thing that I want to discuss is your siphon. Okay, so now what is your siphon is, okay, if you take a big container like this, okay, and if you are filling some liquid into this container, okay, what is that you are doing? You have taken a container and you have filled it with liquid. Now once you fill this container with liquid, okay, once you fill this container with liquid, now if you insert a U-shaped tube like this, okay, such that, okay, U-shaped tube is having uniform area of cross section and it is at a lesser height, okay, it's not even like this, it is like this, okay. Now here what will happen is, okay, your liquid will start moving in the tube like this, okay, uniform area of cross section it is there, let us say, and your liquid will start moving like this and it will start coming out of this, okay. This is your siphon, okay. Now why it moves, okay, we will prove that, okay, with calculation, but siphon is a device, okay. How it will be means inside some big source tank, okay, you will have water attached to this source tank, there will be some U-shaped tube with uniform area of cross section like this. Now if this is the case, water will start flowing up like this, okay, right. So at once it will not happen, it will happen gradually, okay, because of the pressure difference only liquid will actually start moving, okay. So now this mechanism is similar to a, I mean while you are drinking some cold drink, okay, with help of some straw, okay, what will happen is in the cold drink bottle that you have here, okay, now what you will be doing is, okay, when you have the drink here inside this tube, okay, you will suck the air out, okay, when you are trying to suck, okay, this, okay, so when you are sucking with help of your mouth, when you suck this air out, okay, initially this liquid will be at atmospheric pressure of P0 when you are dipping it, okay. Now when you suck, okay, when you suck the air out of this with help of straw, okay, what will happen is there will be some lesser pressure, okay, there will be some lesser pressure compared to atmospheric pressure. When you have removed the air, there will be less pressure, so automatically as area of cross section is constant, okay, your fluid or liquid drink will start flowing upwards like this and it will reach your mouth, okay. Hope you have got my point. This is how people using straw you will be able to drink the drink or juice. Now similar mechanism, okay, indirectly here, but the thing is here you will have atmospheric pressure, okay, but here you will have something else. What is that? I will tell you now, but keep this point in mind, okay. Now here in the siphon part, okay, you will have questions like, okay, what is the maximum final height of liquid, such kind of questions they will ask, okay. Now if you look at this distance as d, if you look at this distance as h, okay, if you look at this distance as d and this distance as h, okay, d and h if you take as the distances, and now between these 2 points if you take it as y, okay, did they give you in the question? Means no, but we will express our final answer with what velocity you are supposed to liquid is coming out of this hole, you are supposed to calculate. That will be the question, okay. But working mechanism, first let me put it in simple terms. Ultimately we are supposed to calculate this value, okay, and we are supposed to interpret this situation, okay. Now here many people will take, okay, okay, they will try to apply Bernoulli's equation. Now if you try to apply Bernoulli's equation here, okay, your Bernoulli's equation you have to apply between 2 points, okay, Bernoulli's equation you have to apply between 2 points. So this is your first point and this is your second point. If you take, it is wrong, okay. You cannot, you are not supposed to apply Bernoulli's equation between this point and this point. Why? I will tell you with help of maths, don't worry. But your point 1 is not in the entrance of tube, it is somewhere here, okay. Why? Because if you consider this fluid to be ideal fluid, okay, now if you try to apply equation of continuity, your area is constant, right? So capital A into V1 if you take, if you take the velocity here, capital A into V1 is equal to capital A into V2 here. So with what velocity the liquid enters, with the same velocity it will come out. So everywhere at this point if you take, or at this point, our equation of continuity should hold for ideal fluid. So your A into V, area into speed. So everywhere at all the points you will have same speed. At this point if it is V2, if you take this point as some A, here also you will have same speed, okay, because equation of continuity must hold. So to hold this equation of continuity, your speed will remain constant, okay, but do not try to apply Bernoulli's equation between the point here and here, that will obviously give you wrong answer, okay. Now what is that you are doing is, you are taking some point here and some point here and you are trying to apply the Bernoulli's equation, okay. Now at point 1, P1 plus rho, okay, surface of water, let us take this distance as y, okay, because your answer will come in terms of y. So I am not taking this height to be y, okay, I am taking this height to be y, this height is y, okay, that height is y, you are supposed to calculate that height y, you are supposed to give answer in terms of y, okay. It has nothing to do with this y minus d distance, whether it is having some effect or not we will see now, don't worry. So now here what will happen I will tell you, okay, with maths you will get to know why liquid is flowing like that. So if you try to apply Bernoulli's equation at point 1 and at point 2, where is point 1? On the surface. Where is point 2? At the entrance of the pipe, okay. So in siphon what will happen? Liquid will flow from the vessel to this hole, okay, right. So using this mechanism only, okay, if you are from village you will know this, okay. People what they will do is to fill the fuel in the tractor, they will keep the big barrel at some height and from that using some pipe they will suck in, okay, they will suck slightly and they will fill it into the smaller containers, okay. So now here what is happening I will tell you. So your pressure is P1 plus rho g into, okay, height is, let us say it is h1 plus velocity is half rho v1 square, that is equal to pressure at point 2, it is P2 plus rho g, height is h2 plus half rho v2 square. I am trying to apply Bernoulli's equation between these 2 points. Now if I assume this as my reference level, okay, then rho g h2 is 0, okay, because your point 2 is at ground level only. I am assuming the potential energy reference level this to be 0, so this will become 0, P2 is atmospheric pressure P naught. P naught plus half into rho into V2 square is equal to P1. Atmospheric pressure is P naught plus, okay, rho G into, what is your height? Okay, what is your height? Your height is from here to point 1, it is y, plus half rho V1 square is 0. Okay, because at the surface you have very large surface area. Okay, at the surface you will have very large surface area. In Torricelli's theorem also I have told you. Okay, so it is 0. So plus 0, P naught will once again cancel off. Okay, rho G y is equal to half rho V2 square. Okay, rho will cancel off. V2 is under root 2gy. Okay, so your velocity of liquid coming out of this siphon, okay, it comes out with V2 equal to under root 2g into y. Where, what is y? Y is your distance, okay, distance from end of tube to surface of liquid. Okay, end of tube to surface of liquid. Okay, right. Now after what time liquid stops flowing means when y becomes 0. So that means, okay, obviously one condition must be satisfied, this end must be inside the liquid. Okay, that no doubt. Okay, this end must be inside the liquid, and other thing is when the height becomes equal to this horizontal level, liquid will not start flowing further, or else, okay, it doesn't matter whether how much height it is or it is close enough, liquid will keep flowing like this. Okay, now here your V2 is under root 2gy. Now what is happening here? This liquid that is having here is having potential energy head. Okay, this liquid is having some potential energy head. Okay, and that potential energy will get it will get converted into kinetic energy. Okay, right. So your potential energy head is getting actually converted into kinetic energy here. Okay, hope you are getting my point. Okay, this liquid it is at higher level, it is having potential energy. Okay, now no siphon will start on its own. Okay, no siphon will start on its own directly. Okay, some slight initial push we have to give it. Okay, initially we have to suck slightly. Once it starts, okay, then you don't need to further keep sucking the fluid out of this container. Okay, right. So only in the start you have to struggle. Once it starts, liquid will actually keep flowing like this. Now, okay, if you want to copy this math part, this is the maths part. If at all if question comes, this is the area from where question will come. Now let us look at the logical aspect of it. Okay, now if you look at this point A, at point A what is the pressure means? Okay, if you try to apply Bernoulli's equation instead of point 2 and point A, what will happen I will tell you. So hope you have copied this down. Okay, those who are watching, pause this video clip, copy this thing down, and I have been telling you again and again, in fluid dynamics we will be applying only two equations. One is Bernoulli's equation, one is equation of continuity, and other is Bernoulli's equation. Okay, right. So now let us continue. Okay, let us continue and let us try to apply Bernoulli's equation between points A and, okay, let us try to apply Bernoulli's equation between point A and point B. Okay, now here if you try to apply Bernoulli's equation between point A and point B, okay, what will happen I will tell you. Okay, now we have seen that your V2 is under root 2gy. Now point A plus rho G into height of A plus half rho VA square is equal to P2 plus rho G into height of 2 plus half rho V2 square. Okay, so what is that I am doing? I am trying to apply Bernoulli's equation between point A and point 2. Now between point A and point 2, okay, between point A and point 2. At point A, what is happening? Okay, at point A, what is happening? Okay, you do not know what is the pressure. Let us try to calculate. Now here, what is the height HA means? Your point A pressure plus rho into G into, okay, it is Y plus H plus half rho VA square, that is equal to, at point 2 you have atmospheric pressure of P naught plus 0. This height is 0 because point 2 at 0 reference level plus half rho V2 square. Now your V2 and VA are equal because area of cross section of tube is constant. A times V2 is equal to A times VA. This is your equation of continuity. Okay, I have been telling you, so your equation of continuity must hold because it is an ideal fluid. So your V2 is equal to VA. This term will cancel off. Now look at this. Okay, what is your pressure difference between points? Okay, PA minus P naught. Sorry, P naught minus PA. Okay, higher pressure minus lower pressure is rho G into Y plus H. This is your pressure difference. Now because of this pressure difference, your fluid is actually flowing like this. Okay, right? So your fluid flows because of pressure difference. Okay, when you have in this equation of continuity P plus rho GH plus half rho V square is equal to constant. Now your fluid flows because of pressure difference when there is change in potential energy or kinetic energy or both. Okay, so in this case at different points different values are changing. Between these 2 points your potential energy is actually getting converted into kinetic energy and there is some pressure difference. What is the pressure difference means? This much. Okay, right? So this is your siphon. Okay, now next. Now next thing is your venturi meter. Okay, next part is your venturi meter. Now venturi meter, what is it is? It is a device. Okay, venturi meter, what is it? It is a device. Okay, it is a device. Okay, it is a device that, okay, gives speed of liquid flowing in tube. Okay, flowing in tube. Okay, now what is this? I will tell you. Okay, so venturimeter device, how it will be, let me give you. Now this contains the setup like this. Okay, this is kind of venturimeter tube. Okay, now from front view, okay, this is kind of front view. Okay, so that means the device you are holding it like this. Okay, now I will take 2 points here. Okay, area of cross section is here, it is A1. Area of cross section here it is A2. This is point 1, point 2. There is fluid flowing in this pipe. Okay, now here let us say this height difference between these two ends, it is h. Now if this distance is some y, here also it will be y. Now between points 1 and 2 we are, at points 1 and 2 we are supposed to calculate your values. Okay, right? So just hold on. Now in this there are lot of methods to give the answer, but okay, So if this diagram is making you getting confused, okay, no issues, we will do this, then directly I will give you the answer. Okay, this y is, it will not be given, this y is also not given. Your value of area of cross section is known to you, A1, A2, okay, pipe, okay, we will design the pipe like this. Now here, okay, to know, like for example, if you are transporting some kind of crude oil or petrol or diesel through some pipes, okay, now obviously if there is some leakage at some point, how will you know it means, okay, using this also we will know it, or from the amount of your liquid collected also you will know that. But if speed is decreasing, somewhere it is leaking obviously in between. Okay, getting my point? In big pipes, okay, to know whether there is leakage of liquid, okay, we can use this venturimeter. Venturimeter, what it will do is it will check the speed. If speed is decreasing, somewhere your water is actually leaking out. Okay, right? So now in this case, between points 1 and 2, if you are trying to calculate the, okay, between points 1 and 2, if you are trying to calculate the velocity of fluid, okay, what will happen in this case is, at point 1, if you are trying to calculate your equation, first equation is equation of continuity. Our target is V1 is equal to dash, V2 is equal to dash. 1, if you know it from equation of continuity, you will get the other value. So equation of continuity, what it says is, your area of cross section here is A1 V1, that is equal to A2 V2, right? Your equation of continuity must hold. Okay, right? So between points 1 and 2, obviously because the fluid is flowing in this pipe, you can apply equation of continuity. So A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. What is my target? I need to finally express my V1 and V2 in terms of given values, that is A1 and A2 and H. Okay, my answer is supposed to be in terms of A1, A2, H. Okay, these parameters will be known to us and we are supposed to calculate what is the velocity of flow of fluid. Okay, so now your second equation is Bernoulli's equation. Your Bernoulli's equation, if I try to apply between points 1 and 2, okay, what is pressure? P1 plus rho g h from ground plus half rho V1 square, that is equal to pressure at 2 is P2 plus rho g h plus half rho V2 square. I told you these 2 points are at same height from the ground. These 2 will cancel off. So now what is that you are getting? Indirectly your P1 plus P1 minus P2 is, okay, half rho V2 square minus V1 square. Now what is the pressure difference between these 2 points? Rho g h, right? What is pressure at 1? Pressure at 1 is P0 plus rho g into, if this height, if you are taking it as y plus h. What is P2? P0 plus rho g y. So eventually that pressure difference is what? Rho g h. Okay, your pressure difference is rho g h. So rho g h is equal to half rho V2 square minus V1 square. Now rho will cancel off. V2 square minus V1 square is equal to 2gh. This is equation number 2. This is your equation number 1. So this is 1, this is 2. Now we need to have V1 and V2 values. You have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. Obviously you will be able to solve it. So if you are trying to calculate V2, V2 is what? A1 V1 by A2 whole square minus V1 square is equal to 2gh. Okay, so from this it is V1 square times A1 square minus A2 square by A2 square is equal to 2gh. What is your V1? Okay, A2 under root 2gh times A2 square by A1 square minus A2 square. Now you substitute this equation of continuity, this V1 value will obviously get V2 value. Okay, So like this, using venturometer, what we can do is we can calculate the flow of fluid in the velocity. Okay, remember, again and again I will stress on the same thing. What is that I am stressing? Okay, we are going to apply only two equations. Okay, one is Bernoulli's equation and other is equation of continuity in all the situations. Okay, but each device will have its own purpose. Here the purpose is calculation of measurement of speed. Okay, right? Next is, okay, your pitot tube. Okay, next part is your pitot tube. Okay, with this we will close this topic. Okay, Magnus effect and all you will study in your board part. Okay, questions will not come mostly in that. Even if it all comes, it is mostly theoretical. Okay, so in the problem solving sessions, the aeroplane dynamic lift and all we will see, don't worry. But in the conceptual part, I don't want to discuss it now. Okay, so because you don't get to have more questions. Okay, next is your pitot tube. Okay, so pitot tube, what it will do is, okay, you can calculate the velocity in liquids and gases. Okay, in aeroplanes and all. Okay, while it is flying in the air, with what speed wind is flowing, with what speed the plane is flying, I mean, if you are trying to calculate, obviously you need the help of pitot tube. Okay, now in pitot tube, first, okay, for liquids we will do it, and then I will explain for gases as well. So your pitot tube, always look for 2 points. Okay, your pitot tube also, it will measure the velocity of liquid. Okay, pitot tube also it measures the velocity of liquid. Okay, so what will it do? It will measure velocity of fluid or liquid. Okay, it will measure the velocity of fluid or liquid. Okay, so now in liquids, how is the pitot tube? Let me tell you. Okay, so the figure will be like this. So this is the setup. Okay, and there will be height difference when the fluid is flowing. Okay, flat, this surface will be flat. Okay, your liquid is going like this. Okay, your liquid is going into the tube with some velocity v, and your height difference is h. Okay, right? You have a single liquid here. Okay, now what you will do is, okay, in pitot tube you are supposed to calculate your velocity v. Okay, ultimately your target is v equal to how much? Density of liquid, you can assume it to be some rho. Okay, now you are supposed to calculate the v value. Okay, while the liquid is flowing like this, if you connect in series this pitot tube to the pipe, okay, so you are, I mean, you can get the value of velocity. So now here, which 2 points you are supposed to take? Bernoulli's equation means point 1 and point 2. Okay, at point 2 what will happen? These forcibly moving liquids, okay, they will strike the surface and they will come to rest. Okay, so now between point 1 and 2, PA plus half rho VA square plus rho g into height of A is equal to pressure at B plus half rho VB square plus rho g HB. Okay, so what is that you are doing? You are trying to apply Bernoulli's equation between points A and point B. Okay, so now here your rho g HA, rho g HB will be cancelling off because both are at same height. Okay, what is that you are doing? You are taking from ground same height indirectly. Okay, so what is your target? Calculation of velocity. V equal to how much you are trying to calculate. So rho g HA is equal to rho g HB. Your pressure at A plus half rho velocity at A, if it is V square, that is equal to half rho VB square. Velocity at B is 0. Why it is 0? Okay, because it is striking this surface, when it strikes, eventually it will come to rest, because this liquid will not rise further. Okay, the liquid will not rise further in the tube. Okay, there will be some pressure at B also. Your pressure at B is P naught plus rho g into some H plus something. Getting my point? So your pressure at B only. Okay, remaining terms anyhow they are 0. Now your pressure difference PA minus PB is equal to half rho V square. Now what is the pressure difference means? If this distance, if you are taking it as y, here also y, what is pressure at A? P naught plus rho g y. What is pressure at B? P naught plus rho g times H plus y. Okay, so it is P naught plus rho g y minus, sorry, I think I have taken reverse. Okay, I should have written PB minus PA is half rho V square. Okay, ulta. So rho g y plus rho g h, rho g of y plus h, right? Getting my point? Rho g of y plus h is equal to minus P naught plus rho g y is equal to half rho V square. P naught plus rho g y, P naught plus rho g y will cancel off. Rho g h is equal to half rho V square. Rho will cancel off. V is under root 2gh. Okay, so with what velocity fluid will strike this surface means it will strike with under root 2g into h. Okay, that pressure difference, height difference you have to take between the limbs. Okay, so this is how you, using pitot tube, you will be calculating the velocity of the liquid. Okay, what is important? This is just simple Bernoulli's equation, but which 2 points you are supposed to take, that is the physics part. So you have to consider points A and B here. Okay, right? Next, your next part is, okay, for gases also we will try to calculate. Okay, for gases what will happen I will tell you. Okay, in the aeroplane, okay, exactly how will you calculate the altitude, altitude and all means, okay, your velocity, everything, okay, you can calculate it using this pitot tube also. So what is that I will tell you. So your second type of pitot tube that you are going to have is, okay, right? In this there will be liquid. Now this side it will be at slightly higher position, some other liquid. This side it will be at, this is your row of liquid. Okay, mercury or something will be there, and your density of gas, row of gas you can take it. Okay, and your fluid will be flowing like this. Okay, some gas will be flowing like this. This is for gases. Now you are supposed to calculate your gas velocity. Okay, now observe carefully. Okay, so here what will happen, the fluid, gas molecules, they will keep moving like this, they will strike this surface, eventually those will come to rest. Okay, with high velocity they will be coming like this. These molecules which are coming through this, okay, they will not enter into this because of high velocity. Okay, only the molecules that are coming from the top section, they will hit the surface and they will try to come to rest. So eventually these molecules will slightly, because of its rest, okay, they will be, they will be pushing the liquid little downwards. Okay, here also height difference if you take it as h. Okay, now Bernoulli's equation between which 2 points you are supposed to apply means, okay, you are supposed to apply between these 2 points A and B here. Okay, now your point A is where? Not on the surface of liquid, somewhere here you can take. Okay, of course it will be close only, don't worry. So PA plus half rho VA square is equal to pressure at B plus 0. Okay, because at this point velocity of these molecules it is 0. If it is not 0, what will happen? These molecules will transfer their momentum to this liquid. As a result, liquid will further rise to some height. Okay, getting my point? So pressure at A plus half of rho of gas into VA square is equal to PV. Now your pressure at B minus pressure at A, okay, height wise, okay, it will be at very big height, okay, rho Gy, almost this difference is very small, okay, getting my point. When the aeroplane is flying at some huge height, okay, if it is flying at some 500 meters or 1000 meters, some small 1 meter difference will not contribute to much thing, even it will be not even in meters, it is in centimeters, okay, so it is very small, so that is why all other factors will become 0. Your velocity here is also going to become half rho Vb square. If you write also, it is 0. If it is not 0, as I have told you, the liquid goes further down, that side height will rise further up. So your Pb minus Pa is half of rho of gas into your velocity of A square. To get the velocity, your pressure difference is how much means, okay, in the liquid column it will contribute to rho of liquid into G into height, okay, right. Your pressure difference is rho Gh, that is equal to half of rho of gas into Va square, okay, right. So it is pressure difference, 2 times of pressure difference of gas. So from here your Va is 2Gh into rho of liquid by rho of gas. From here calculate Va value, it is under root of this thing, okay. So like this you will be able to solve the basic questions, okay. So in any scenario that I give, ultimately try to look at, take 2 points, apply Bernoulli's equation and equation of continuity, you will get the necessary answers, okay. So with this almost I have covered everything, nothing is left off, okay. So dynamic lift and all problems, they have not been asking much, okay, so you don't need to worry, okay. Atomizer, sprayer, all those things are just like basic stuff, okay, so you don't need to worry. With this the mathematical part is done. In the problem solving sessions, small topics, if anything is left off, I will cover during that time. Mostly I have covered everything, okay. JEE point of view and NEET point of view, everything is covered. Theoretical bits anyhow you will study in your board, CBSE, NCERT, state boards you will study. So those things I am not doing much, okay. So I have covered everything, nothing is left off, okay. So with this your fluid mechanics part, statics is done, fluid dynamics is done, okay. And one thing that I forgot is Pascal's law, okay. So that also we will do it. What is there? Let's find it out. So your Pascal's law is, okay, the pressure that you apply at any point of liquid, okay, will get equally distributed in all the directions, okay. Pressure applied at a point of liquid will get distributed equally in all directions. So what is the advantage of this? I will tell you. Now if you take big area and if you take this hydraulic brake also, all these things will work in this mechanism only. So I mean if you take a huge mass, if you take this force as F1, area is A1, here the area is A2 and the force is F2, okay. As I have discussed, if you take any incompressible liquid here, okay, now you are, according to this Pascal's law, your pressure at left end is F1 by A1, that is equal to F2 by A2, right. So your pressure will get equally distributed in all the directions. Your force by area is the pressure here. So F1 by A1 is equal to F2 by A2. So your pressure at left it is F1 by A1, pressure at right it is F2 by A2. So now F1 by A1, if you are, if you are trying to, like for example, lot of applications are there. If you see that Lorry Weighbridge, okay, in Lorry Weighbridge what will happen? You need to know, okay, for example, weight of the this force is indirectly like if it is heavy mass, it is mass m1 into g. So whether they are stealing some goods, I mean the drivers, if they are not supposed to steal the goods, this m1 into g or f1 should remain constant between while they are traveling in between the cities. So to check that, okay, your f1 is what? Okay, m1 into g or weight unknown. So weight unknown by known area. Okay, a known is equal to this side the force they will know it. Okay, so known force F known by, okay, area to known. So like this you can calculate. Hydraulic brakes also with small press when we are doing it, okay, big vehicles are stopping. Okay, even in the hydraulics same mechanism. Okay, so your small, if this is small, sorry, if this is big, then this is also supposed to big, then only this ratio, okay, small and small will be there. Okay, right, some big by big value, it should be accordingly. Okay, then accordingly you will have small by small value. Okay, so with this we will stop the fluid dynamics. Okay, so prepare well, finish it off, don't leave nothing, practice the reference book that I have suggested. Okay, thank you.